Hello friends and greetings for the day. Welcome back to another tutorial on ISTQB Advanced Level Test Analyst Certification. We are getting started with Chapter 4, that is Quality Characteristics. And today we shall be looking at the first segment of it, which is 4.1 Functional Testing, and trying to deep dive into what kind of functional tests can be performed when it comes to measuring the quality characteristics of a system. When it comes to the functional testing, certainly there are many other measures which happen along with the generic testing being performed. So generally when we perform the basic test operations, there are many things which we need to measure alongside the common performance which you do as a part of the functional tests. So when we talk about things like unit integration, system and system integration, of course, we are talking about various other things like testing as a standalone element of the system or interaction between multiple modules, or even talking about the whole system, or probably talking about interaction between the systems. But alongside these kind of executions, we have few quality characteristics to be measured when it comes to the functional testing. And the three which we are talking about is related to functional correctness, functional completeness, and functional appropriateness. Now, in order to talk about these three one by one, let's understand from the first one, that is functional correctness testing. So when we talk about functional correctness, it involves verifying the application's adherence to the specified or implied requirements and may also include computational accuracy. The simple thing to talk about is very straightforward. That means when it comes to functional correctness, the whole goal is to measure that whatever you have built, let it be a simple functionality or feature, is it working or not? Okay, when it comes to the working part, it's more about is it performing its activities or actions as expected. So of course, while doing these testing, you may say that in general terms of testing, we do check the same thing. But when we talk about accuracy, they are more specific things. And that is where it does become a little more specific to talk about. For example, when we look forward to talk about a computational algorithm or mathematical expressions or mathematical calculations, we, instead of making sure that the two numbers are added, we also look forward to the accuracy of it, right? For example, if there's a name field, we just don't look forward that the characters are accepted. We also look forward to the character length, which is accepted here. So yes, functional correctness would be more about the second level of functionality checks and making sure that it is correct in all aspects. Well, the second one is to talk about the functional completeness testing, which is certainly to refer as functional completeness testing is performed to determine the coverage of specified tasks and user objectives by the implemented functionality. The whole goal of functional completeness is to measure that is it complete in all manners. For example, if you talk about a sign-up page, and there are 15 fields required to set it up, including things like name, address, phone number, email. An address may have 3 to 4 lines, including country, city, and zip code or PIN code, and maybe a few other things which are particulars related to sign up. Then completeness would be all about not just having 5 or 10 fields included into the sign up page, rather all the 15 pages, which would be very much important to have. And complete in all manners is not just about implementing a field. If you deep dive at the component level, you can even say that is the information message displayed, is the text visible to the people, is on making errors, do we have error message displayed or not, is complete on all manners, right? So completeness is not just making functionality work, but also making sure that it is complete in all manners with all the attributes and desired coverage. And again, if you take up a little bit more complex things like coverage measures, then you can say that measuring that requirements, all the attributes are taken into account while implementing that feature. However, on the other side, if we just talk about functional correctness, can begin right at the component level. However, functional completeness can only begin from the system testing level. So right here, if you see further to add, traceability between the specifications and the implemented functionality is essential to enable required completeness to be determined, and measuring functional completeness may vary according to the particular test level. And for example, functional completeness for agile iterations may be based on implemented user story and feature, whereas when it comes to testing system integration, may focus on the coverage of high-level business use cases. So point being made is that you may have different things to cover at different level, but mainly from the system point of view or system testing level, you look forward to start measuring the coverage on the functional completeness of a system. Whereas the third one is to talk about the functional appropriateness testing, where appropriateness, as the word suggests, involves evaluating and validating the appropriateness of set of functions for its included or intended specified task. So in simplest form, when we talk about appropriateness, the word represents how appropriate that option or feature is to its target audience or even to the intended function. So if I have to probably book a flight, then what kind of options are offered to me are the appropriateness. For example, I know when we talk about booking a flight, the generic set of fields which are given to me on the search page are origin, destination, date of flight, return or one-way or two-way flight options, and even if you talk about number of passengers which you would like to have. Or filters, when we talk about filters, again, relevancy or appropriateness would be more about when we talk about things like early morning flights, afternoon flights, late evening flights, or arrival time filter and price filter, layover filter, number of stops filter are appropriate. So when you are talking about booking a flight, no matter on which platform, you would see that the options of filters would remain the same, including things like sorting would also be always there. Same way you talk about an e-commerce website, you would have options related to doing the sorting based on price, relevancy, most recommended, most rated, and all the e-commerce platform will have this common relevancy to the filter and sorting. So point being made here is appropriateness is just not about making a functionality work, but also making sure that this feature or this implementation is appropriate enough to that of what we want to use. And put together, that basically makes a lot of sense in understanding how it exactly works. So when we talk about these things, again, appropriateness testing can be used or can be based on functional design. Like functional appropriateness testing is usually conducted during system testing because appropriateness can only be measured when we have the system developed, and then we can talk about how appropriate this option is to do that job. Also to highlight here, because I'm sure most of you would have heard me using the word target audience for appropriateness. So the last point here, defects discovered in this testing are indicators that the system will not be able to meet the needs of the user in a way that will be considered acceptable. So it's just not about the relevancy to the functionality, but also to the end user, because relevancy and appropriateness are those attributes which basically talks about the context of being used in terms of their user expectations. So put together, these are three quality characteristics of functionality or functional testing, and thus a test analyst is someone who is responsible to take care of them while the functional testing is being conducted. So that's all from this particular tutorial, team. Should you have anything else, feel free to comment below. I'm always there to address your queries and answer them well. Till then, keep learning, keep exploring, keep understanding the context. Thanks for watching the video, team, and happy learning.